Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a heavy bolt rifle build for the tactical class in Space Marine 2 patch 13. Now, the main idea behind this build is using the heavy bolt rifle for horde clear and our heroic plasma pistol and power gladius for single target burst damage. Now, the variant I've chosen here on the heavy bolt rifle is the firepower version because for the most part, barring like one perk, I will be going for like body shot damage here with a bit of a headshot emphasis. So because of that, I do want the firepower version here, but to be honest, you could really pick whatever you want. It doesn't matter that much. Like if you want ammo, you can definitely do that, or you can take like the heroic one if that's like something you want to do instead. Now for the perk tree here, I do start off with the perk Headhunter first. Headshots deal 10% more damage, moving here into the perk Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots will deal 25% more damage. The main reason I go up here is for the bonus headshot damage. I will say if you want to go down the bottom row for like full ammo and things like cleaving fire or remote threat, you can definitely do that. I just want like a flat headshot buff here with the occasional like damage nuking buff on this one. Next perk here is fast reload over here into the perk able reload, and then I pick up the perk headhunter into the perk tactical precision. Headshots will deal 20% more damage, non-headshot damage decreases by 10%. This perk will lower your damage on your body shots, but in patch 13 the bolters have a 30% buff to body shot damage anyways, and also we have the perk here crack and penetrator rounds for another 50% buff, so you're really not losing too much here, and it still definitely hits pretty damn hard in those body shots even with this perk, and the headshot damage is pretty nice. Next perk here is Great Might over here into the perk Recoupment. Killing a Majorist or higher enemy with a headshot with weapon restores an armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. A 15-second restoration on armor is super nice in this game. You'll trigger this perk all the time, and keep in mind, you can trigger Recoupment on enemies that are currently in an executable state. So like, if you put a Tyranid Warrior into red, you can just shoot their head and blow it up, and trigger this perk effect from long range, so a really good option there. Next perk here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies rapid succession restores health by 10%. This is very easy to pull off on a crack and penetrator round build because killing 7 enemies or like 7 Hormigons, cultists especially, is super damn easy, and this keeps you above like one-shot breakpoints in this game. Or like, let's say for example, if you are a tech marine or a tactical, you are pretty squishy in Space Marine 2, and being below 30% HP at like that 10-15% range, that's super dangerous for you, so getting above that is super nice and prevents you from just having to use stims and stuff like that. Next perk here is Perpetual Penetration, and the final perks are Divine Might for a 10% buff and Extended Magazine for a bit more ammo capacity. And that's pretty much all there is for the heavy bolt rifle. Now, for the heroic plasma pistol, this weapon is kind of cracked right now, especially on tactical, because tactical has a ton of damage in Space Marine 2, and also there is like a bugged perk interaction with crack and penetrator rounds where like anytime you swap to a bolter weapon, whatever like shots are going out will get the bonus 50% here, which is kind of busted. That'll probably be fixed in like the next couple hot fixes, but to be honest, I'm not sure if that will be fixed because they haven't really fixed it yet for multiple patches now, and this perk is kind of just super bug prone. But that being said, even without that in mind, this is a very powerful weapon, and we are going to be building for pure damage on a single shot. So number one, we take Plasma Collection into the perk here, Rapid Cooling, Plasma Collection again, Divine Might for a 10% damage buff. Then I pick up Blast Radius, Perpetual Velocity, the perk here, Plasma Collection again, and another Blast Radius perk, and the final perk is Retaliation for a 25% damage buff on a perfect dodge for 10 seconds. Now, since we are using a Power Gladius as well, sometimes it'll be perfect dodging to just farm Agile Strike charges here, and you also get like that 25% buff on your overcharged plasma pistol, which is super nice to just like damage nuke some random enemies. So for that reason, pretty strong option. Now for the melee weapon, I do take a Power Gladius, mainly so we can one-shot a boss, because that is something this weapon can do on the tactical class, and for that reason we'll be building around it today. So first up, I take Perpetual Strength over here into the perk Kinetic Energy, then we grab the perk here, Perpetual Strength again, into the perk Heavy Onslaught. Heavy attacks with this weapon deal 15% more melee damage. Now this will affect your Shadow Stab charge up attack, so a really good option to have on this build. And then we pick up the perk here, Reeling Blow, up into the perk Tide of Battle, Shoulder Bash, because I think the lunging attack with Shoulder Bash is way better than Distance Stab. And the final perk here is a Terminus Slayer, because we are using this knife to kill bosses. Now the thing that allows the Power Gladius to one-shot a boss in Space Marine 2 is that you have the heroic perk effect here, Agile Strike. After a perfect dodge, the next melee attack deals 120% more damage, can be stacked up to 3 times. Now, despite the perk description not telling you this, there's actually a lingering effect for 1 second after the initial attack using this charge. So you'll get like that 360% bonus here with your shadow stab for 1 second after. So for example, let's say that you shadow stab a guy and you get like the massive burst damage from the stack and you don't like instantaneously kill them, you can still go into like a skull crusher and have that bonus active, which can usually hit a breakpoint to like actually kill them anyways on the boss fight. So really good for that and very powerful weapon. Now for the perk tree, we do take the perk here, crack and penetrate rounds first, bolt weapons penetrate one more enemy, and non-headshot damage increased by 50%. This just makes your horde clear disgusting on this weapon, and honestly, that helps out with things like Enlightened Zangors as well, because usually their heads are pretty small or zipping around, and being able to shoot multiple of them and penetrate them while they're like flying in a line is pretty strong. Now, for the next perk here, I do take Heightened Vigor. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage. Do not lose control from heavy hits, cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This is just a nice quality of life perk and also helps out breakpoints on the Power Gladius. I will say though, if you feel more comfortable, you can take Relentless Pursuit or Versatility, but getting like smacked around does kind of suck in this game, so Heightened Vigor is just fun to play with. Next perk here is Emperor's Vengeance to solve our ammo economy, because without this perk, you will run out of ammo on your firepower bolt rifle here, so definitely pick this up. Next perk here is Aligned Aim. Range damage increases by 15% for all team members. You don't really need this perk. You could take Secure Stockpile if you wanted to. It is definitely better, or like even Transhuman Physiology if you really want to do that. But on this build, this will help out both our Heroic Plasma Pistol and our Heavy Bolt Rifle here, so pretty good option overall. Next perk here is Vital Data. Scanning Extremis or Terminus level enemy restores Auspex scan charge by 50%. A 50% reduction in your cooldown of an Extremis and Terminus scan is super valuable in this game, because this allows you to actually get like multiple Auspexes out during a boss fight, especially in solo sometimes, so really good for damage nuking, and like half the time you're going to be Auspex scanning an Extremis and Terminus anyways, so definitely pick this up. The next two perks I grab are for boss nuking, which is Precise Calibration and Concentrated Fire. These two perks together make your Auspex scan bonus come out to like a total of a 300% damage increase to your next attack, and that is how you one-shot on the Power Gladius, because for example, if you stack up all 3 charges of this weapon on a perfect dodge, and then do a double charge shadow stab into an Auspex scan, which is actually way more practical in this game than you might think, you'll just one-shot the boss. Like, there are a lot of times in this game where a boss will like stand around and just like eat shit, and for that reason this perk is super good. And also just in general, the bosses in Space Marine 2, they have like a lot of downtime in some of their attacks, or like things like the Hellbrood Slam, they'll charge up, you can like stay right outside of the range and like go back in with an Auspex scan and just one-shot them from that. So a really good option for you, and a Concentrated Fire and Precise Calibration are super strong for that reason. Now, this is a difficult perk for some players to use, because you really need to know the actual moveset of the boss enemies in the game to like get the full benefit from this one. So for example, when you're trying to Auspex a boss with Concentrated Fire, you want to use it on a Neurothrop that is screaming, a Carnifex that has rammed a wall, or a Hellbrute that is currently slamming his hammer, because all of those will prevent movement from them, and it'll be like the perfect opportunity to put this on them. So a very powerful option for that. Final perk here is Radiant Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant AoE damage at a 10-meter radius. The cooldown is 90 seconds. So this perk is still god tier in Space Marine 2. It's currently bugged in like the patch 13.1 hotfix, but that'll probably be fixed in the future, and either way, this perk is incredible. The only problem with it right now is the visual bug, but like the perk is fully functional, and it will one-shot Majoras in a 10-meter radius. It will do significant damage to Extremis. It will save your life all the time. Hell, sometimes this thing saves your life against Minoras, because it will trigger on a Minoras like lunging grab, and because of that, all the other ones around you will just die. So a really powerful perk, and a 90-second cooldown that is used pretty much off cooldown all the time is incredible in this game. Just keep in mind with Radiant Impact that the explosion will occur the moment you hit the execute button. So like the explosion occurs on the input, which means if you were like 5 meters away from an enemy and you hit the E button, or like whatever it is on your controller, that is where the explosion occurs while you're running in. So like it won't go like on the actual execute itself. Just keep that in mind. Now for the prestige perk slot here, we do take Acuity first, into the perk Skilled Supplier, Resilience for more stim HP, and the final perk is Fortitude for health increase of 15%, because really on tactical, The only good perk combo here is like Acuity, Skill Supplier, Resilience, and Fortitude, and if you're not taking a Vulture, you take like Spare Power or like maybe Second Look, and that's pretty much all there is to it, because these 4 here are just way too good for like 99% of content in Space Marine 2, and because of that, you pretty much always pick them up. And that is all there is for the Heavy Bolt Rifle here, guys. Hopefully this build guide helped you. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Like mostly kids, so I would imagine, yeah, pretty brain rotted. Wow, absolutely blessed with like HP this time. This was like the God Emperor looked at me and was like, I saw your struggles. Take this. I can tell it's 100 degrees in your room. There's a guardian relic. Meanwhile, it runs to be like, oops, only armor boost. Well, armor boost will spawn out of boxes depending on what you have. Like, if you're missing armor, you're more likely to get an armor boost. How do you feel about the revilers? I mean, they're okay. I don't like really have too strong opinions on them.
First waypoint ahead. Let us enter the camp.
I'm Little Rain. Thank you for joining the Imperial Guard. Welcome. That's
Reporting in. Teams arrived at the Imperial Guard encampment. Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
I'm pretty sure they're all fucking dead, I'm gonna be honest.
Executing countermeasures.
Brothers, I hope you're having better luck.
Is there a better outfit in Space Marine 2 besides the Emperor's Rift? I'm not so sure.
Are keen to lose again. Changing magazine.
Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes.
Okay. Which of my tactical tech Marine Vanguard is the easiest to carry your teammates with? Probably Vanguard, because you get all healing. The easiest to carry bad people with? I would probably say Vanguard and Cold War all the time. But if your friends are really bad, it won't really matter if they have healing or not.
Munitions here. Tyranid high beast sighted. Tyranids have no violent tactics.
But Bulwark's by far the easiest class to carry your entire team with. Tactical is the most damaging class, but Tactical is also a glass cannon.
Readying next volley. Battle power unleashed.
Diligence, brothers. We will find those codes.
mean, this is ow, ow, ow.
I have the codes, brothers. Captain, demolition codes are secure. Proceed to the Promethium refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Last piece of man, try out your heroic bolt sniper from a month ago. Dude, heroic bolt sniper is the goat gun on sniper, but mainly against Tyranids. I miss so much. How you been, FTG? What's up, John? We are good. You're saying like Ruthless and higher missions? Well, I mean, you can carry anyone in Ruthless, really. Vanguard will play right would have the greatest chance of clutching. I mean, Bulwark and Tactical Bulwark and any Bulwark. Like, if you're not super ultra skill of the game, I would just play Bulwark to go and clutch. Just Bulwark. I mean, I've seen people say that damage is the most important thing in Space Marine 2. I'm like, yeah, kinda. But yeah, I mean, Bulwark doesn't really lack for damage. Is the damage discrepancy between Bulwark and Tac enough to matter versus the discrepancy between survivability for most content in the game? No. It's not really. Unless you're trying to do some like speed run. If you're just trying to casually do a hard strat or an op, just play Bulwark. Is the clutch class. FTG thoughts on Khan being dead? I don't really give a shit about Khan. I don't really like the white scars that much. They're okay.
Tyranids have no vibrant tactics. Inserting fresh magazine.
It's also you do more damage, you survive longer. It's also that Bulwark doesn't really lack for damage at all. It just doesn't have like top 1 damage, which is Tac. But his damage is good enough to absolutely shit on the enemies in the game. Alright, if I can actually get a plasma shot off, that'd be nice. Okay, but it's gonna be hard because Neurothropes are dicks about this. Well, at least one of them with that.
Grenade deployed. Synaptic servant slaughtered. Changing magazine. Standing. A Xenos stealth beast tries to ambush us. A most impressive cleanse.
Yeah, ever since they lowered the Neurothrop HP, you can just one-shot them. You know, like 2 stacks. Which is nice.
Increasing responsibility. Ready next volley. Their numbers are no match.
Bulwark has immaculate as rate damage and immaculate defense. Tactical is immaculate damage, basically no defense. It would still, like, in theory, Tac is still the best class in my opinion. But I would say, you know, if you're just telling people, like, what's the best class, like, for 99% of players, it's just going to be Bulwark. think it's insane to say anything else. You're just trying to give people like, what should I clutch with? It's just that class.
Reloading. Changing magazine. Shot grenade. Second wave headed toward us. Alien biobomb eliminated. Lictor could not vanish from my sight. Rearming. Our adversaries are keen for you.
Hammer's best use for Wings of Flame build, blocker balanced. Oh, the snipers, dude.
Inserting fresh magazine. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination.
I've already for more average players, Bulwark might not be the best option in my experience. Dude, that's insane to say. Bulwark is like the easiest, it's like mathematically easy to play. A lot of players really suck at melee. I mean, all you have to do on Bulwark is just stack damage reduction. You will not die. You have a healing perk that gives you back all of your HP. Put on, okay, so take Steel Within, put on Focus Restoration, take the healing perk, put on Armored Defense, and then take Scramble Targeting, Intimidating Aura, and a Fencing Weapon, and you will just parry your way through almost every Tyranid off in the entire game.
Tyranids have no vibrant tactics. Readying next volley.
Oh, we talk about something that's easy. It's like margin for error, right? And like, what has more margin for error than a class that has 30% bonus HP with like endless ways to stack more damage reduction and HP healing and a ton of damage?
Rates of activation have been observed. Generators humbling the machine called Snake. Brain sequencing
That's
initialized.
just me annoying.
Delivering payload. Pump generator free, brothers. Generator 3 is discharging a regular current. Eliminates these
Been loving block weapons more than balance and fencing. I mean, they're the best weapon types still overall. At least for hard strats and ops. I mean, actually, honestly, just in general, for like 99% of the weapons, unless you're using an Argent Edge, fencing weapons do not perform very well outside the Argent Edge anymore. They're okay, but you make them work. But compared to block, dude,
that generator once more.
block's just goated.
X-axis aligned by the Omnissiah's will. The first leg of this race is behind us. We must intercept a generator 2. Instability detected in generator 2. Operator requested.
What do you consider being your main class? I only have a main class in this game. I don't think Space Marine 2 is enough like to learn in each class to like really even justify maining them. It kind of does some of them, like Assault Wings of Flame maybe, but I just play all of them. I mean, I play like at least 500 hours in every class in this game.
Nanometers. Blessed be the Omnissiah's divine precision. Progress is progress, brothers. We are almost there.
Fair enough. I mean, like, I see people talk about maining classes in this game all the time. But, like, you can main a class. Like, if you just like a class, want to play it all the time. Like, there's not... Whatever skill cap there is in Space Marine 2, it's usually not coming from a class-specific mechanic. It's more of a general gameplay thing.
There is an observation platform overlooking the Kryptomethium
There's obviously
fields.
some discrepancy there. Like, Wings of Flame is probably the hardest animation cancel on, and perfect animation canceling every time. Or Bulwark with some of his animation canceling for like the skill ceiling and also attack, but still like you know, perfectly using crack pressure rounds. But still, I would say not so much.
Inserting fresh magazine. Swarm high checkpoint located. Zone through. Hostile backup on the way. The enemy receives their aid. That zone throw is no more. Eliminate shield line. Alien biobombing detected. Readying next volley.
All right, maybe if it actually shows up, whatever.
Reloading. Eyes on the way.
All right, we have to kill Williams Auspex empty plants again.
Tyranids have no tactics. Inserting fresh magazine.
Now we complete the hard strap. Probably not right now. Supposed to do some community runs. We'll probably do those tomorrow night, or I mean, this week's hard strap's pretty easy, anyways. But still, I will do some more tomorrow, probably.
Changing magazine.
If I did them at all. But like this week, if you want a guide for the week, I do have that.
Tyranid
This one's pretty easy to do with randoms, I would say. Like, it wouldn't be too hard to find a random group that would just carry you.
Their numbers are no match for our trade.
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can. On my honor, I will ensure your mission is a success. I will hold you to that.
Yeah.
The Codex demands it. Watch out for Ravener tunnels. It dug its own grave.
Okay. See, this is a toxic mechanic of the game right now. I actually can't do anything to this guy. Yeah, having like linked enemies through walls, super cool. Okay. We can probably one-shot him here if we do it this way. There we go.
All fury and thunder, no tactics.
peak game design, surely.
My Auspex cannot even compute their numbers.
Activating war gear. Objective on the other side.
Main swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. I see them coming, brothers. Plenty for everyone.
Reloading.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Changing magazine.
Does this in swarm animation kills increase the kill count? Just curious. I'm pretty. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. I haven't really paid attention to the kill count in this game in a very long time, but yeah, it does. I remember that because on decaf you can take a heavy vulture and just like mow down the entire thing and not give a shit.
Behind us, brothers!
Precisely what we need. Xeno scum on scope. Readying its body. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination.
Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Inserting pressure.
Alright, it's kind of annoying in this spot is because the Hormigons from the main wave will still spawn on you while you're fighting the boss. So we gotta be looking for that.
Remain on guard. No improve approaching. The Xenos behemoth.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Buckle terrain. Rapid activity. Alien bioform eliminated. The galaxy is a better place with there being one less Ravener.
More hostiles entering engagement range.
Changing magazine.
Probably didn't melee me, but no. I mean, if we... Alright, before all the Hormigons come. Let's pull them over here.
Alien bioform marked.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Enraged Warrior here is a little freaky. I think we're at 3 stacks.
Tyranids have no life for
Better fucking pray we are.
Reloading.
Let's do a crack competitor round so you can kind of just hit fire these guys for your HP back. Whatever gets gonna make now.
Changing magazine.
We don't have enough stacks at all to go and like kill them right now, so we're better off just fighting off the Hormagaunts first. Okay, we roll into that one. Awesome, awesome.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards. Yes, Captain. You heard him.
Right, finally.
Rearming.
Talassa, what in damnation is going on down there? All we have to do is reach that console. We can do it!
Alright, close enough, close enough. What do you think of the transhuman physiology perk? It's really good with the plasma. This plasma's AoE on it, so kind of just like shoot into hordes.
Tyranids repelled from us.
Talassa, I still have 1,000,000 targets on Auspex. Explain yourselves. We will not disappoint. We have laid waste to the enemy. A fine victory. Tyranid bioscience down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
Executing countermeasures.
Thunderhawk arriving at evac point. Ramp down and ready. We can make it. Keep going.
Activating Auspex advantage. We launched that cystic Xenos monstrosity.
Okay,
Changing magazine.
Talassa, evacuation is priority.
that is that.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
It's a firepower heavy bolt rifle build. I mean, you know, being able to one-shot bosses is nice. It's actually a pretty practical weapon. It kind of sucks at the end there, just the Hormagaunts will body block you the whole time, but beyond that, not too bad.